reflection of shyness. Booyah! Give me some Dakusui. Give me some Orukuge. Give me some Dakusui. I'll be painted with after being impressed by the dark night. I'll never forget how to walk the road of my pretty sleep. Hey, when you're in trouble like this, the resolution might be to go home dancing. 'Cause when you join the party, you feel lots more words. Look up from the city. When you're in trouble like this, the resolution might be to go home eating. 'Cause when you join the party, you feel lots more words. Look up from the city. Give me some Dakusui. Give me some Orukuge. Give me some Dakusui. Even the doctor is not. I will my chocolate. I smell separated up. Without a reflection of shyness. Booyah! Give me some Dakusui. Give me some Orukuge. Give me some Dakusui. I'll be painted with after being impressed by the dark night.
We're live.
Sweet.
It's Final Fantasy VI. The story so far. I believe the last thing that happened was we met with the Emperor, and he gave a very credible case as to why... Yeah, thank you, Cass.
I don't know. We could fight Ishin right now.
It's a shame that you don't get to hear when it's only me that hears when Dagoth says come. I'd have to link you in through OBS.
Right.
That's where the sound comes from.
Either that or fix it such that your Discord was like doing a split between stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I've thought about getting like knee deep into audio, like virtual audio cables, but everything I remember about VAC was a complete nightmare. So
yeah, no, I mean I use Voicemeeter Banana for
well, even Voicemeter is like a nightmare,
and it sucks.
It's really
and
bad.
No matter what happens, it can't just repeat or broadcast. No, it can't. It can't just repeat or broadcast your thing to the place that it's supposed to go. No, it has to eat something from your audio. It has to eat it. I'm like, why?
OBS is getting to where like you can have sources be their own audio source. Like it'll try to capture application audio.
Yeah, no, that's how I do my live streams now. Actually.
Yeah, I've been thinking about testing with that, but I'm not sure exactly.
Well, chief among the reasons why I wanted to do it was because I was sick of like random Windows alerts getting captured. And this is like maybe a little bit my own fault because I get a Windows alert every time my keyboard gets sleepy. So if I haven't typed something in like 20 minutes, the keyboard turns off and then Windows alerts me to the fact that my keyboard is turned off with a Windows alert. And I'm like, could you not ever do that, please?
Okay, we got her on Serapum. Yeah, we're doing Keel Squad stuff.
Yeah. Right. Now, our mission...
We left here at Vector, but I don't remember where we're going.
All right, so we had made up with the Emperor, like kissed and made up over a banquet.
Yes.
And the last thing that they told us was, go take a ship in Albrook.
Albrook.
The idea being that we will use a ship to go to this other place where the Espers went. They flew off to this other place, and we're going to find them, and Firma is going to talk to them because she's the one person on the planet who might be able to do that, we think.
We have presumptions.
It's kind of lucky in that way.
Okay, I have Kieran
like,
on.
What if she had been stillborn, or like had not been conceived in the first place? Yet the rest of this shit still happened. What then?
Okay, he has Bolt 2. I could keep him on...
It's useless to speculate, of course, but that's what fanfiction is all about.
That is what fanfiction is for. I have him on Kieran. I guess he's just picking up but that seems like pretty low stakes.
Well, I mean, what do you want out of Locke?
I'll just have him start learning Kier 2 through Unicorn.
Okay,
I
just
thought
faster cure, sure.
Just like better magic.
Now, do you remember where Albrook is?
Since it's a ship, I assume it's on the coast.
Good at presumption as any. Wouldn't it be fucking... No, I was about to say, like, what if, like, an RPG was, like, aggressively counterintuitive, and then, like, we played off.
We played off, and,
Like,
you've played, like, Romancing Saga games.
Oh yeah, you can just take a ship from wherever in that.
Okay, the one down into, like, southeast, there's a white pip. I think that's through the mountain range, though. I'm just gonna run away from Weed Feeder.
Weed feeder. They'll feed your weeds.
And I'll feed their weeds.
Or do they feed on weeds? That would make more sense for, like, a locust.
I think they do both. They live, they feed on the weeds,
Yeah,
they die,
yeah,
they feed the weeds.
They die, they feed the weeds.
From the loam they are made, from the loam they go. Hashtag Catholic gaming.
Hashtag Catholic gaming. We're already on that. It's great. I'm kind of keyed up. I was getting to the end of a lengthy Aria of Sorrow randomizer. I got to the part where I finally found the third book, had access to all kinds of power, and just needed to, like, blitz through the rest of it.
Yeah, like,
you
gotta beat Julius and then go through chaos.
Yeah. Yep. The particular curse of this run was that my last missing piece was, in fact, Galamoth, and I had to go past the Chronomage to find Book 3.
Oh no!
And I'm like, God damn it! Like, as soon as this gray vessel was behind this, like, 2-area-long path that I had to fight through, and I'm like, okay, finally, Hippogriff, and it's like, Galamoth, and I'm like, fuck, man.
I got a Mithril Rod.
Great.
Feed me your cure. Okay, I guess I have to go up and to the right to get to whatever this city is. You're going to be Albrook. Hey, who's a genius?
Albrook. Wasn't that a senator? Albrook.
Albrook.
Albrooks or something? I don't know. It sounds like a senator.
This is just casts warp, right?
You have 10 of them.
Yeah. Nothing else out there excited me. Maybe. Everybody's
just because you bought merchandise.
Especially because you bought merchandise.
Especially because you bought merchandise. There we go.
That's the Shenmue Classic at the Tomato Convenience Store. I assume I've already pilfered all of this from my spy section here. The goggles. What does amulet do?
Protects against poison, dark, and zombie. Which is to say, poison and zombie.
Yeah. I'll buy a wall ring. Well, the port's down here.
It was previously blocked off by a huge guy in Magitech armor. I mean, or a regular-sized guy in a huge set of Magitech armor. It's hard for me to tell. The man and the machine blend together. This is the way of Magitech. All this stuff is going to be complete crap. We've had access to this for, like, hours. And anytime you see an up, it's probably because, like, your party is unequipped.
That's probably true. Well, oh, there he is, Mr. Beautiful.
There you are.
I'll have to show you the ridiculous lengths you have to go through in the Pixel Remaster in order to permanently steal General Leo. Multiple frame-perfect inputs on a menu. Also, Shadow is here too. And his dog, who I forget the name of.
Interceptor.
Interceptor. He's not going to garrote us.
That's curiously specific. Are you going to choose some other way of assassinating?
I would never exsanguinate you, Kaz.
Yeah, it's like,
Nor would
I
I
don't
ever...
throw you out of a window or anything.
I would absolutely not... Yeah, I wouldn't defenestrate you.
I'm thinking of all the ways you can kill people in Hitman 3. It's like,
I wouldn't...
yes.
I wouldn't throw a screwdriver directly at your head such that it pierces your brain. That's ridiculous.
I wouldn't put a bomb inside of a briefcase and then chuck it at your face.
I wouldn't just throw a briefcase at you.
I wouldn't mess with an electrical outlet next to a puddle that I knew you were going to walk across on your movement route.
I guess we're supposed to go to the inn, but I didn't see an inn anywhere.
It's to the far right of town.
Getting stuck on banisters. That's not very treasure hunterly of me. Oh, that's right there. This Scholar of Magic kind of looks like... Mr. Van Burris from Wild Arms. He's got the same duster.
Huh.
Are you a Van Burris?
Man. What a wild game that was. Do you remember how long it took for the intro section of that game to actually be relevant in any way? That had me cooked.
There's a classics of Final Fantasy. And by that I mean it happened in this game in 5. Which is when you go to the inn and then you walk out at night to talk to somebody.
That happened twice in Final Fantasy V.
Yeah, you had it happen
Zock's house, and then
Zock's house. Then you had it happen at the Galoof at the bar.
Yeah,
Galoof needed a stiff drink before he became a stiff. Now the opera's come back.
Why won't you speak to me? Yeah, I feel like Eris could clear this up in like one conversation if she bothered to have it.
She's just messed up about this because she's never seen a hot dude before. Stew on this while I go tint my cake.
All right. Well, I will continue to stew. Because cakes need tenting. I learned that tonight. I haven't made a cake in years. Too sweet for my tastes, and I don't really have anybody else to make them for. Bread, though. I've gotten my bread making to the point where I can just sort of like go to the kitchen, measure things out for memory, do the entire process, and like just make a loaf of bread. It does take a couple hours, of course, so you can't just like make it, but I can basically make it. I've also been experimenting with this stuff that they call aquafaba, which is a fancy word for bean juice. Have you ever noticed if you've made chickpeas that the like juice left behind by the chickpeas is a little like gelatiny? A little gelatinous? That's the aquafaba. That's the good shit. But my experiments down that road are still very early. And I am only a neophyte at the fucking sorcery that is required to turn something that is not cheese into cheese. So that's kind of where I'm at. Just figured I'd monologue for a bit while we're looking at John Eris here, while the leitmotif of Oh My Hero plays. Wow, they're going through the whole thing. I don't think I've ever let this particular scene go on long enough to hear the entire thing. Okay, then it repeats. All right, gotcha. We've finally gotten to the loop point. Delightful. Do you suppose that, like, Celeste was just brooding by herself on the bridge at night? It's not often that I feel like I want to, like, brood over a bridge at night. I have one right nearby if I ever wanted to. It goes over a road instead of a river. But that still counts. I could still, like, plunge off of it and die. That's what brooding over a bridge is all about, right? Although in Eris's case here, that's, like, nasty city water. She'd probably just get, like, filthy. Then who would that help? Hell, that might even be the sewer. Now I'm trying to think. There might actually not be a sewer level in this entire game. I mean, spoilers for later, of course, but... I mean, we go into plenty of caves. And some of the caves are wet. But, like, a wet cave does not a sewer make. Wow. Yeah, you really can... You really can make a video game without a sewer level. That's tremendous.
It is not too late for my mercy.
Okay, I tinted my cake. Stays
Very
in
good.
for another 15 minutes.
All right.
Then I gotta take it out to cool.
Eris didn't say anything in all this time.
Yeah, it was a very pregnant silence. Just like, we're gonna let that one hang.
She left his back to him for 5 straight minutes, and then he's like,
That could have went faster, but I couldn't find my tinfoil. I don't generally like using tinfoil or saran wrap or that kind of stuff. I don't like kitchen consumables because it feels like a waste to me. But
yeah.
for a cake, to keep it from browning too much, that's basically the only option.
Yeah.
I like using dish rags instead of paper towels.
I've by and large replaced saran wrap with this, like, thing that's supposed to be a reusable version of it that has, like, it's like an oil infused thing. And at first it was a little, like, sticky tacky, but now it isn't because it's been used at all. You're supposed to be able to, like, wash it off, but that never took.
Like, condition it, yeah.
So it's just sort of the seal it makes is inadequate, and that's very frustrating to me. I don't know.
I got rid of a lot of my. No, it's just Firma. I got rid of a lot of my uses of it by just getting enough good, decent quality Tupperware-like products. Scrounging the goodwill for.
It's time for Firma to brood.
Yeah.
Hello.
We get to characterize General Leo. Ah, yes, we're human. That reminds me of the line from Star Trek that I always really hated when Kirk is giving, like, the eulogy for Spock, and he says he was very human, and, like, I get what he was going for, but really that's really insulting to Spock, isn't it?
Yeah.
Spock spent his entire life trying to be less human. There's a poignant line about that where Spock meets Data, and he says, "You try very much to be more human, whereas it is my utmost goal to stop being it. It's like, if only we could have what the other had, yada yada yada." And then he goes off to Romulus to do cowboy diplomacy, and Picard gets mad. I'm the product of a human and an Esper. Will I ever be able to love? Is love blooming between Firma and Leo?
Nope.
Of course. I mean, look how handsome he is, Kaz.
Yeah.
You can't even see his power mustache.
You could cut cheese on that hair.
Yeah. You could build a dock out of that man.
Well, see ya. This conversation got awkward, so I'm going to. I'm a general. I'm going to do a tactical retreat.
But I want to know what love is now. Do you believe in a thing called love? Here's a guy who can tell you.
Here we go.
Yeah, Sonic can tell you all about love, about how love is fathering a child and then leaving to get cigarettes.
Love is dangerous poison. It's poison running through my veins.
This is where Sonic should be. I don't give a shit. I'm just here for the money. Yeah.
He's like, I'm not having that conversation with you.
I'm just here for the gasoline. In this world, there are many like me who've killed their emotions. This is one of the few mentions of the word kill we've had, and it's about a guy who just kills for money. I don't believe him because he takes good care of his dog.
Just need enough to feed my dog. Say 6,000 gil. Then the comedy music starts playing.
Yeah. Oh, is he seasick?
He's seasick.
Locke does not have his sea legs. Pork.
All these people, only Celeste gets a good night's sleep. I think that was stellar use of the little animations that they have.
Yeah,
for the different like poses. That was really good.
They got you. They really sold it to you that Locke was about to hork. I'm not allowed to talk. I'm not allowed to get near my friends. I can only talk to these wahoos with backwards C's on their head.
Yeah, that's supposed to be the same symbol that we saw in like larger form on the banners in the Imperial capital, but you know, we don't have the pixel precision for that. So use your imagination. Also, even at the larger size, it barely looked like anything. It looks like this weird splotch. I guess this is the symbol of Empire. Blah.
Sonic's the name speeds my game.
I guess they didn't want to make it like an inverted cross or something.
That's for St. Peter only. Hashtag Catholic Gaming.
Hashtag Catholic Gaming.
That was St. Peter, right? Who wanted to be crucified upside down so he wouldn't die the same way Jesus did.
It's known as St. Peter's Cross, but it is still
satanic.
used to this day as a satanic symbol, and in particular in black metal.
Yeah.
But yeah, now we have Sonic! And for once, because he's been paid in full, he's not going to run away at random.
And I should probably...
Tremendous.
They balanced his level. Thank God.
Okay, now, I do have one suggestion.
Yes.
And that is, do not give this man espers. At all.
Will he still thieve them, or what? Sure, okay,
What?
I'll trust. Like, well, he's not going to run away. But
No.
I will not get. I won't give him an esper.
I have one reason in particular for this that will pay off much later, but the payoff is really good. So that's my mild suggestion. He's like, this guy, no magic spells. We'll save him. We'll save that for much later. Ooh, running shoes.
I could give him a running shoes, or I could give him something. Give him a white cape.
Yeah.
You can
Let's get some M block.
you can get running shoes. How much worse is the thief? Probably better to get random death procs than to get random steal procs.
Yeah. I mean, we've already kind of stolen the Gaia gear that we wanted from this biome.
Is that like the
So
only
the
thing
big
in the game
stealing
that's
is
worth
done.
stealing?
I think it is. That's probably not strictly true. I just can't remember anything else that offers quite the level of benefit at the time that you could attain it. You know, by comparison. Although, now that I'm thinking about it, there are a lot of bosses who have, like, really, really good shit to steal.
Yeah, but I bet
But
it's
that's
like...
for much later.
Is it like rare steals?
No, it's only steals.
Uh,
I mean, they are, like, in the rare slot or something, but... Like, if you get it at all, you will get the goods.
I really hate...
What?
Yep, away he goes. I really hate steals and rare steals. Okay, learned Cure 2.
Nice.
Now, do I still want you cooking on Serapum?
How can you kill a god?
I can kill a god by not casting Remedy. Asuna's pretty good. Do I have any killing
It's nice
magic?
to have access to.
Do I want any killing magic I can...
I think By the Break Doom or, like, picking up Phantom again so that you can finish that off would be pretty good, right?
Yeah.
So I've already got some stuff going on there. And it's not like a bigger MP pool is a bad thing either. That's a pretty good level up.
I can put Serapum on, which is most of, yeah, just have you keep learning Cure 2. Well, let's go into this woods. I was ignoring the, it's Chimera. Can you handle being assailed by a treasure hunter with 2 swords?
Apparently.
Apparently not.
But not that much.
I got kooky old man music.
Oh, wow.
I wonder if there's some kind of...
Okay, now, here's the actual shit. That thing that says Hawkeye,
Mm-hmm.
I think we should buy 2 of those.
This is better boomerang.
Oh, yeah.
Should I buy a spear and some darts? I'm broke right
Nah.
now.
By the time we have those guys back, we'll be able to go get them. Oh, they just sell Gaia gear.
They just
Amazing.
sell Gaia gear. What does Tiara do?
I think it's just stats, but the stats are pretty good.
I need money.
Oh, yeah.
John, a big fan
yeah.
of MASH.
He is now. But yeah, the Hawkeye has a secret that makes it better than it even looks, which is great.
That's not a real grandfather clock. That's just a wall-mounted clock.
Mm-hmm.
If they're animals, talk to the old guy. I wonder who that could be. Is that the prison shop?
No, it didn't.
They're selling
That's supposed to be the
manacles.
same. That's supposed to be the same diagram as the Relic logo, but inverted. But it looks like fuck it. It looks like handcuffs.
Yeah, it's the prison. This is the sex shop. Get
Yeah.
your fuzzy handcuffs here. People who use there's people who use magic. Yeah, she's trying to
Medicine.
hide it.
Where is my cure medicine?
Into the woods they go. To the woods with you.
Yeah, it's woods time.
It's woods time for you.
There are a number of little vignettes like that all around town if you go looking for them.
Let's see if I can... Is there anybody in the... Is a frog going to pop out of the well?
That would be cute.
Hmm.
Oh, God. No. 1,500. Shut up.
Man, get out of here with your bed coin beds.
Charging us like scam rates. Ooh, the Elder. Hello. Welcome, welcome. What is this magic? That's like in itself deeply suspicious. Like to say, oh, I don't know what magic is. Could you explain?
Really, I don't know what magic is. Yeah, I know of concepts of magic, but if...
Yeah, I can tell you about Gandalf and Harry Dresden. Like, I'm not a moron.
And,
right? Like...
and Strago. Now this is going to be...
Alright.
This is going to be perhaps the most challenging thing. For one, I gotta go take the cake out so we can think of a humorous name for Strago.
Okay, Strago. I have some thoughts of my own, but I'm going to save them for when my friend returns. It's going to be awesome, though. Now that I hear the Tamaza theme like a little more completely, because this is one of the only times I've heard it with headphones in, it's got a kind of reggae beat to it. I want to... Man, now I want to hear like a full-on reggae remix of this. That would be so fucking dope. Maybe lose the cowbell. We'll have to replace that with something else. I don't know what. We'll have to have someone like rapping about Babylon over it. Or what would be the like Final Fantasy VI equivalent of Babylon? I don't even know. There's a tower we will eventually get to. Strago is going to be important to that, actually. Come to think. There's this like syncopated banjo. I don't even know how to genre define this song. I'm trying to pick it apart, and it keeps eluding me. All this appreciation for a song I've heard a million times, but it's kind of like, you know, it's video game background music. What are you gonna do? It's meant to be kind of like unobtrusive as its main thing. There's nothing worse than a video game soundtrack that like is so in your face. Like, I know that people love fucking Metal Gear Rising Revengeance and all that, but
I do.
The soundtrack gets in the way of what's going on screen, and it's like, okay, man, it's like I can't play that game for more than 30 minutes at a stretch. Now, have you had any thoughts about what we're gonna do with Strago here?
I did have an idea.
Because I've heard of Strega, which is a kind of liquor. It's an aperitif.
He's Ivan Drago.
Drago. Okay. All right.
I must break you.
Spent his career in MMA, Now he's 40 years old. Look at him.
This is what Soviet steroids does to a man.
It would explain the baldness. Just like the one remaining tuft of hair that he has left. Oh, or it's an intentional mohawk, again from his days in the MMA. Don't fuck with this old man.
Grandpa!
I mean, either he's the hardest son of a bitch you've ever met, or his body is about to crumble at any moment. Both could be true. Oh yeah, you have the.
I'm trying to remember.
You have the same problem right now.
I know what to name her. It would be funny to name her
Oh,
Kryle,
okay.
but I won't.
Okay.
Because Kryle became Realm. Do I have room? I don't think I have, so that's 1, 2,
I think we have 6 characters.
5. Yeah, 6. We'll just leave out Adelie. Yeah, it's Adelie.
Instead of Adeline, it's
Adelie.
So we have Adelie, or we could have Adeline.
Adelie.
Whichever. I like Adelie.
Adelie.
I'll end up calling her Adele a lot of the time.
Adele.
But that's only because there are like 2 Adele songs that I like. I can't remember which 2, but I know there's at least 2.
Every time I try to think of a Adele song, I just end up thinking of Carly Rae Jepsen instead.
That's fair.
What a cute doggy.
Get away. He bites.
What a fussy old man.
Oh! Cross arms, Strago. For like 1 frame. What a sweet puppy!
She comes back to say that. Oh, my dog now.
This is terrible. Give that man his dog back. Dog doesn't like people, though. The second person in as many paragraphs who has been just young. So probably more apt in the case of Adelie here.
The dog is more loyal than he is.
Oh.
PK fire.
A child playing with fire behind his backyard.
Naga.
Naga.
Oh god, are these fucking cultists? Naga, Naga.
Naga. He's gonna start talking about the shores of Relay and all that.
I want Kukulain's gold. No, I want that ink and gold. Let's go to the graveyard. Maybe we'll see some necromancy. Well, I can't. It's just over there. Oh, I forgot that I had the I forgot that I had the Twitch chat on this layout. I wasn't going to put it on because these streams aren't that popular, so it's just like a few posts. But apparently I did. That's fine. There's a ton of screen real estate left over from this game.
Well, that's not that's not anything that I can see.
It's not.
Okay, but now that we've talked to Drago, I think the inn is now cheaper.
Is this one of those rest at the inn segments?
Like he put in a good word or something. There we go. All right, we're not strangers anymore. It's like in Pathologic 2 when Lara Ravel like asks around the neighborhood and is like, nah, that he's not a He's not a killer. He's my guy. Doop.
Are you trying to kill us in your sleep? Adeli's in danger.
It did a spear tackle from his days in the MMA.
Son.
Now the only MMA he's all about is mixed magical arts. Lameo. Got him.
I'm afraid you get a demerit for that joke, Kaz. I'm sorry.
Ouch. Gonna have to soak that.
Yeah, you'll have to
Have to go get the mercurochrome out of the cabinet.
Oh, let's burst in.
I can't believe that the child playing with fire behind his house resulted in this. Flames be gone! Magic is forbidden!
I mean, we can cast ice too.
I know. This scene makes no fucking sense. Like we're acting flabbergasted that people can use magic, and here we've been like slinging magic spells left and right all over the place. Fought through an entire continent of creatures who had magic abilities, even though that one scholar said that they were weak. And here we have a village of people who could do this, and it doesn't even fucking work.
Really, we should be helping them, because that would be a way of showing that.
We could just summon the Esper Bismarck over this shit. He'd have it done in a whip stitch.
They keep too many fire out. This is just the fireworks factory catching on fire.
Why? Why do we have people sleeping in the fireworks factory?
I don't know.
Well, anyway,
it's going to be real. It's going to be a real shame if.
All right, no random encounters. Enjoy.
Yeah, he's fine. Let's look at his skills. Well, no wonder his magic didn't work. He doesn't know it.
But he has the power of lore.
He was trying to use Aqua Raycon. This is the Blue Mage. I recall lore being. Yeah. Should I put Espers on him?
Oh, you can.
I don't know
No
if
big deal.
I don't know if he'll. I'll give him a Maduine. He can hang out with Perma's dad. Easier said than done as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So no random encounters, but. Good instincts.
Yeah, probably for the best. What? That was funny.
Yeah, it is like technically possible to avoid these. It just sucks.
Yeah, the fireworks factory is a quiet, cozy napping place 99.97% of the time. It's that 0.3% that gets you.
Man, I think that makes it less dangerous than my house. I should move to the fireworks factory.
Do you have a ladder in your house?
I have a step ladder.
That's close enough. Yeah, that makes your house 5% more dangerous. That makes your apartment more dangerous.
But how else am I supposed to safely reach the high places?
Just don't have high places. That's the how you be safe.
I just like if the question of reaching the high place is between having a step ladder and not having that, I would rather have the step ladder.
Now, is having a step ladder safer than just climbing up a chair?
Yes, absolutely.
We gotta get some actuaries in to count the beans for us.
It's got like locking legs and all, wider stance.
All right, he doesn't actually know the spell yet. Well, let's try.
He has Aqua Ray.
Actually, should I try to learn Exploder?
Nah.
I'm gonna guess that the Veldt is a fine place to learn blue magic. Because monsters show up at the Veldt, so for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Alan Dimmy.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I've never really gone out of my way to like go after blue magic with Strago, even when I was like really into it. I just sort of like let what. Yeah, there we go. You got to see the good shit.
Well, I am a blue magic aficionado, but I also know that no game has blue magic like Final Fantasy V, so I tend not to go the super mile for it. Although I do like how Final Fantasy IX has some evil shit you can do with blue magic, involving oh, what is it called?
I don't know shit from fuck about Final Fantasy IX.
The big turtles in Tactics Advance can do it too. When they're at a single digit, they can do quad nines.
Oh! That's Limit Glove?
Limit Glove. Yeah, you can get Limit Glove rather early. And then if you just kill Quina and resurrect them with a Phoenix down, they have like a chance of being at 1 HP.
Oh, shit.
So you learn Limit Glove, you give Quina 1 HP via Phoenix down manipulation, and then you go fight Great Dragons, which are normally supposed to be a monster. They're graveyard skeletons. Their way of saying "don't come here." But you can kill them with Limit Glove, and then you're killing like a level 40 monster or whatever.
That sounds sweet. Yeah.
So there's
a trap room. Yay!
Oh, we got pincher attacked.
We did. Which just means we'll have to cast Ice 2 twice instead of once.
There's some stuff you can do with Trance, but Trance does help a lot with Quina, just because the eating monsters becomes easier when they're in trance.
Hmm.
Could you tell which balloon I touched? Because I couldn't.
The one on the right. Yeah, going back to events from like a minute and a half ago, the Hawkeye has a bespoke critical animation on flying targets, where you throw the thing at it and it deals like 4x damage. It's sweet. And a whole lot more shit than you might expect is flying. I was wrong! Oh wow. Bully for me.
I got one of those precious fire rods.
Sure enough. Probably don't want to equip it.
Like honestly,
in the, you know, fire zone.
We'll have Dragos use some of his MP.
Booyah. Yeah, the flail's in the next game. This one. Time to guess. Good guess.
Okay, now that
Ooh.
one. Yeah, that's...
Now we're talking.
That's my alarm telling me to go flip my cake, but I'm not sure I'll do it just yet. It's a pineapple upside down cake.
Mmm. Balloon. You know, I feel like I was warned about this exact thing happening in that one German song.
The Luft Balloons?
Yeah.
Yeah, they warned about Strago's house catching on fire with children in it. Okay, that one's funny.
They told me there was going to be 99 of them, and I didn't believe them.
I did leave a balloon alone, which they probably can explode when you do that. Okay, I'm actually going to go check on the cake. One more time, probably for the last time. Keep the chat warm.
All right. I don't know that I have to do all that much warming up. It's pretty hot in here as it is. If I keep the chat any warmer, it's gonna leak over into the game. Then where will we be? Although, I keep hitting this button because I think it's funny.
Why have you come unprepared?
Yeah, it'll heal all the bombs. Dreadful. Too spicy to be believed. I'm a big bundle of nerves myself because I have an appointment tomorrow that I have to keep. Nothing I can do about it now. It's like in the morning. So all I really have to do is go to sleep at some point. Even that is kind of optional. Also, I'm kind of itching to get back to video game I was playing. Ruined King. That has been tremendously fun. And if anyone knows of any JRPG that's like an offshoot from a popular video game franchise, where they just at random decided to make a JRPG instead of their main thing, that is entirely my jam. So far, I've played 3 of those, and they've all been just completely tremendous. And I liked Yakuza Like a Dragon enough to buy the sequel title sight unseen, basically. I'm like, oh yeah, fuck me up with more of that. So I got that coming down the pipe.
Dagoth welcomes you, Nerevar, my old friend.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, understandable. You don't have to play it on the hardest difficulty, is what I will say. That's a me thing. I got to the part where it's like kicking my ass, and I love that. But it might be more enjoyable on different difficulties for different people. I wouldn't think less of anyone for doing that. Because it's a very involved little system of things. I'm still grappling with it myself. But I guess as far as concerns things like League of Legends and Monster Hunter, I love making first contact with these like lengthy and storied game franchises through their like JRPG equivalent, because you end up learning a bunch of wrong facts about what the games are even all about, and that's great. So for the rest of my life, Monster Hunter is going to be a game about befriending monsters and riding around on Dragonback to get from place to place, being widely excluded and outside of most society because you're, a weird outsider who makes friends with monsters. But I will say, at certain points, they did make me hunt a monster. That was quite true. There's lots of egg snatching in that game too. They should have called it Monster Egg Snatcher. I did see the HD remakes of Etrian Odyssey, or like I observed people playing them, and like I played through Etrian Odyssey 2 as it was, kind of sight unseen, not knowing anything about the series. I ended up liking it, but I had some thoughts about how that game is structured and balanced, and like it just comes down to the point that if you're the only real way to succeed is if you're doing like one of 2 or 3 different exploits that are the only viable strategies. And if you don't organically discover those, then you just suffer forever. And if you do discover them, then all of the most important things in the game become trivial. And that's like neither of those is a good outcome, right? There has to be the nice flow state between like trivial and impossible. That's like, yes, I can do things within here. And when I played 3 on my own, I did Etrian Odyssey 2 on stream. When I played 3 on my own, not the HD remake, but just like the thing, it addressed a lot of those problems, but I think introduced additional problems. So I think this is like a 2 steps forward, 1 step back situation. But they've also made a shitload of Etrian Odysseys by this point. So who really knows? I might go back to I was playing Etrian Odyssey 3 casually because I kind of didn't have like a game I was chewing on. And I'm like, fuck it, I'll boot this up, spin it up and see. Wait, 7th stand user for JoJo. Is that a JRPG? Game is apparently not for the faint of heart. Ooh. Well, now I'm intrigued. My keyboard turned off. Come on. What kind of game? Fandom.com. Oh dear. RPG Maker? What level of legitimacy is this?
Okay, I've got to mute my mic. Okay. Did you hear fan noises the whole time?
Nope.
Okay, good. That should be the last interruption. The cake flip was successful.
Huzzah! Would you like to heal before the next encounter?
Probably.
It is not too late for my mercy.
You want it?
I don't have any.
I think every like 100th Dagoth redeemed should instead be a Morshu. I think that would be funny.
That wouldn't be that difficult to set up, because the way it works is it just it rolls a random number and then plays a different thing depending on it. I would just have to.
Yeah, you just have to stack the deck. That's okay.
I'd have to stack the deck, although it would be very tedious in the program that I'm using to do it. Because instead of if I were programming it in like any language, that would be completely trivial. But in this, I have to use a freaking switch case.
Ah. The wet coding method of write everything twice.
Yes. Bomblet. They summon balloons. Wow, I wonder what I'll do. Oh, wow. Strago got to go first. Well.
Yep, that's the random ATB battle start thing.
Okay. This is not going to work, and I shouldn't do it because it costs so much MP.
I think that thing's flying. Let's restore of attack.
Yeah.
Come on. No, you're supposed to critical it. Blarp.
It's revenge.
Painful. It's sort of wild knack attack. Not really.
Oh yeah, I went. Oh right, yeah, I went to the wrong overlay because I'm stupid. I went to the generic game overlay rather than specifically the one I have for this game. If I use the ice rod, will it cast Ice 3?
Nope.
Will it randomly cast ice when I attack with it?
I forget. But I think it won't.
Does it empower ice moves? Did we start that in this game?
I think so. That would be a carryover from 5 if it did.
Yeah.
You can use it as an item, but it will cast Ice 2.
Ooh.
Reflect.
Do I have anybody who can cast Reflect?
Problematic. I don't think we do. But Aqua Rake can't be reflected, and Locke has powerful fights, so...
Yeah, where we should be fine.
Come on, Locke. Critical hit. Come on. Bastard.
Actually... Okay, Mute is targeted. I thought Mute was, Final Fantasy V Mute, that broke-ass spell.
No. Mute is silence. Because the mute spell in Final Fantasy V is an insane thing that should never have happened.
Yes. But I was counting on that, because he only attacks with spells. Whereas Strago uses blue magic, which as we all know is not actually magic.
Alright, well that wasn't so bad.
We got there.
Like, 2 critical hits from Locke would have taken this thing the fuck out, but that's okay. I even forget if it's actually flying. I just remember Hawkeye being a tremendous thing. Alright, the building's still on fire, though. Can we do anything about that?
Oh, the dog found her. The heroic dog pulls the child away
Right.
from the flame.
Like Baldo before him, Interceptor saves the child.
Okay.
Of course, that leaves like no one left to save us, but
If only some hedgehog would come by.
see, this is cute because the balloons are all flying creatures and Interceptor cannot counterattack flyers. So that's why he's having such a hard time.
Use an aqua sheen. No, he's just going to do the samurai run. That's not as impressive as when Ninja Gaiden did it.
Well, I mean...
There's no Tecmo theater. I'll use a smoke bomb.
that just works, sure. Okay. Ninja magic.
Cutting fire with your sword is actually very easy. It doesn't put up much of a resistance. All ninjas know this.
Oh, is that like those kung fu movies where they just sort of like flick and like a candle goes out? Is that what he did?
Ah, yeah, he used the wind from his sword to extinguish the candles. Yeah, using a smoke G in the area full of smoke, maybe. Now, he did it so he would black out, and in his blackout state, he would handle everything.
Now, the smoke was to smother the fire. Because that displaced all the oxygen.
Is it? Oh, this is the village of the mage warriors. Isn't that what the substance is about? Like blacking out so your hyper competent self can pop out of your back and live out your dreams for you?
Is that an anime?
No, it's a film that came out late last year.
Oh.
It's had Demi Moore in it. That was actually it. The village, the substance is about a village of mage warriors, you're right. No, that's what Thunderbolt Fantasy is about. Long ago, humans used magicite to gain magical powers. They became known as the Mage Warriors.
Huh. Whomst? Who could do such a thing? Cut off from the source of their magic, they developed a sickness that made them irritable.
There weren't even
Which is
shrubs.
why the princess needs to assemble the pieces of the time spinner.
Ah, yeah. Magic discrimination.
If you're up to it, how polite. Child also wants to go on adventure.
What a fuddy-duddy. Don't you want to fill your inventory with dirks?
Aren't you eager to commit crimes? I can help.
If they didn't do that in Dawn Trail, then the whole thing is completely worthless. Like, just have a scene where Cryle, like, opens up a bag and mountains of knives fall out. They they had Graha eat a hamburger, so they know how to pander to the fans.
Why is Graha Tia eating a hamburger a thing?
Well, they just had him eat a really big hamburger in a cutscene, and everybody loved it. Also, he could fly for a while. They had a part of the expansion where NPCs would follow you around as you did stuff in town on as a part of a quest. But the pathfinding Z level would break. So they would Graha and guy who can't use magic. They would just be flying in and Alphino would do it too. They'd just be flying in the air above you, walking alongside you. It seemed to happen to Graha the most.
Nice.
They were just fucking flying.
Yeah. Man, I'm really glad I quit when I did. I don't think I could have tolerated Graha Tia following me around for even one more minute. I never forgave his ass.
Yeah, he stole you.
Me.
He stole you.
That's not good.
We
never talked
busy
about
lifting
this.
Cass. Things are drawn to that place.
Like, maybe it hits different if you just went right from one expansion to the other, but I waited months while, like, all of my friends were, like, gradually becoming sick, and I couldn't do anything, and they were being, like, pulled into another dimension one at a time, and to us, it looked like they were dying.
And then it happened to you.
I never got to process those months of grief. Then they're like, no, here, he's an adorable cat boy, actually. You love him now.
He's an adorable cat boy who was a part of a quest line you probably didn't do.
Yeah, he was part of the quest line that you forgot about, or maybe never did.
I think they make you do the first bits of the Crystal Tower, but I didn't do it until
I can't remember doing that as a quest. I can remember doing it as like a raid.
Yeah, there's like
there's
the quest that unlocks the raid. I'll search the Espers in my own way.
Gotta be honest, I was probably like asleep during the quest.
Yeah, it's who pays attention?
There are parts of the game that I did pay attention to and that I actually liked. Basically any of the Beast Tribe quests. I loved all of them. And they were all my friends.
That was a nice thing about Shadowbringers.
It was really gratifying to have like a meta quest where you befriended all of the Beast Tribes and there was a big combined unit of them. That was great.
Where's Adelaide at? Adeli. Are you up here? Yeah, she's up here. She's still saying, what a fuddy-duddy. What is that That's not a grandfather clock. That is just a clock.
It's like an alarm clock. It's like on a table right next to the beds.
Okay, so we're going to the mountains.
Well, yep. We've traded our cool ninja out for this old man. This weird old man. But that's okay. The mountains exist now. This is an area that we literally couldn't get to before it did not exist.
Actually,
so if you want to come here early...
I might want to go to the inn for free if they have one cent in still.
I think that price point remains for the rest of the game, but I can't remember.
Banish Berserk? The tactic I used for 14 is I would read the first 2 sentences of each text box and then skip the rest. And I'm pretty sure I didn't miss anything.
There's a lot of reiterating that goes on in Final Fantasy XIV.
It's like read the first sentence, maybe 2, and then just like skip.
Yeah. What helped me get through it was setting the voice lines to French. So that I was never distracted by the horrible English language voice acting of the thing. Maybe horrible is overstating the case, but for a product of this like scope, the quality should be way higher than it is.
Yep. Now, could I make Alphino French and everybody else normal? Alphino is not normal.
God. I remember early on where you're first, like, meeting Alphino and Alice, and Alice doesn't say anything for the first, like, however much you want to quantify for the first like 40 cutscenes that she's in or something. And I'm like, oh, they just haven't hired your actor yet, huh? All right, well, happens to the best of us, I guess.
Okay, you've learned Phantom. Haven't done Shiva.
We're only now starting to get the
I might want to stick
like
Carbuncle on.
good stuff. Ooh, Reflect.
Yeah,
you just wanted Reflect.
Yeah, I just wanted Reflect. Have you finished up with Serapum? Yeah, you finished Serapum.
Yep. Serapum the Rapum. A good life.
Don't have Dispel, but Dispel doesn't seem that useful.
I love that Locke ends up being your second best wizard, usually, because he's just sort of forced into your party for the longest amount of time while you have Espers.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, well...
Then may as well.
What the hell else are you going to do with him?
Stick Phantom on him so he gets MP. Hey,
Okay.
my character was absolutely lore accurate. She had a accurate Rogadin name, which was Crunch Foregrip.
I made my character at an embarrassing time in my life when I was playing way too much Eternal Card Game. Do you remember Eternal Card Game?
I do remember Eternal Card Game.
There was a meta deck at the time called Icaria Blue, which was this like big controlling thing, and like the finisher was Icaria, which was like basically an Acroma, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who was red-green, the like red-green big legend person.
Did she have like the shield on her, like that game's version of Divine Shield, or am I forgetting?
I forget. She had like flying haste, cool damage. It was a cool card, good finisher. All the blue cards were like basically the rest of the deck, and that's all the controlling elements. And so the deck became known as Icaria Blue, which I just named my character.
Icaria Blue.
Just her name is Icaria Blue. It sounded like a decent MMO person name, and I'm like, you know what? Why not? And eventually, I stopped playing Eternal Card Game and just sort of kept the name, and it stopped meaning any kind of connected slurm. Do you want to taste the slurm?
I want to taste the slurm. I also want to see if Heal Rod does what I hope it does. I won't get the opportunity, because Slurm appears to be weak to fire.
They're in fact weak to fire. Delightful Slurm.
I can go left or right.
Yep.
I should probably get that Amethyst. How good is
What are we looking for?
I'm just looking to see what spells I have.
Quality of Osmos varies pretty wildly, unfortunately. It's got the fixed drain thing of it can't steal more for you than you're missing, and it can't steal more from them than they have. So it's sort of in that zone. There are hyper-specific cases where it is completely irreplaceable.
I want to go this way because I saw the child. I'm pretty weak to Slurm. The Abolisher.
Abolisher!
That's the Grand Abolisher. I'm sorry to mention magic cards.
I'll grab you
again.
Nah, it's quite alright. I mean, I did it to myself, giving y'all the layup yesterday of Cultivator Colossus.
You did tell me about Cultivator Colossus. It's only like 26,000 more cards to raid. Oh, I went in a circle.
I remain convinced that I think they're printing cards at a rate of faster than 20 per week.
Yeah, but I think I'll live longer than the game. So Eventually.
God, I hope so.
I'm glad you think so highly of me, Cass. You think I should live longer than Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, I think you should live longer than a thing I hate. Sure, that's easy.
We're almost... me and Magic the Gathering are... I'm a little older. We're almost contemporary.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah.
It's on a race.
Born with a pack of magic cards in his hand. Destined to live the life of a wizard. Yeah, this is you've given yourself the curse of the heal rod. It's like, oh wait,
I mean,
I can't auto-attack.
No, Strago's not doing anything else. Until he learns some spells that don't... like, I guess Aqua Rake's pretty good, but... I'm getting free real estate.
He looks so little when he's crouched.
Oh, he is old. His bones have shrunk from being old. Now, did anybody learn Antod?
Terra just sort of knows it. That was one of the first spells she ever learned. She would have done fucking gangbusters in Lunar. But yeah, the spells Rasp and Osmos are a funny, quirky little pair, and a secret reason to raise your magic power to astonishing heights. But that's for much, much later, of course. Uh-oh. Getting raided. Blarp. No! They would have stolen more from him, but he didn't have any left to give.
Oh,
the drain thing.
There I am. Now, do you have drain? Nope. So we'll, or she doesn't have life, apparently. Or no, she doesn't have Osmos and, yeah, Rasp. Now let's see if
Alright, we'll
John
pick up
immediately gets bonked by the plant.
Oh man, I was fighting a rude fucking monster that had this, like, it had this feature to it where it would auto-target anyone at low health. This bypassed taunt, even. So I could not taunt him away from immediately nugging the person that I just resurrected. And I'm like, damn, dude, that's mean.
That's mean. Wait, am I supposed to follow her, or am I supposed to just...
You're just supposed to notice that she's around.
Okay.
And there's not really a wrong way to go. Like, there's only one critical path, so you'll get there.
I should focus fire them down rather than multi-attack them if they're going to be, like, squishing me.
Oh, if they can, like, drain you out of the damage? Yeah.
Do you raid on death? Yep. It's the fadeaway.
Fadeaway raid. One of the rudest things on the dang planet. Enjoy this. Surprise!
Surprise! Slurm! I can never
More
be unhappy
Slurm.
when Slurm is around.
I really love that animation. I can't get enough of it. Somehow, like, Fire 2 always gets the best animation. Ah! What have we here?
I can't believe this!
The statues.
The statues? He's a treasure hunter, he should say. Are they going to be Espers? Oh no, demon souls.
Mmm.
Soul of an Esper.
To bask in all this magical power. Mmm. So there's some missing context for the conversation that we're having here. Those things are not the statues. Those are representations of the statues. This is like a shrine to them.
Should I know what the statues are, or is this a failure of the game's storytelling?
This is a failure of the game's storytelling. Okay. This very scene is attempting to tell you what the statues are.
But it makes it seem like they're talking about these specific statues.
It does, which they are not.
These little chestnut things with the spikes.
These are not the statues. We will meet the statues. Don't worry about that.
We gotta have more magic rocks.
This is a tribute. That's all. It's like
the strongest statues in the world. These are just tribute.
These are just a tribute. These will get Siegfried's attention. Of course, Ultros doesn't know what quality is, so.
Ultros, you look like heel slime from the side.
I have more lives than I do arms. Hoo-hoo. No, he's still weak to fire, so, oh my god! Give him the fist metal crackle. Blarp! I'm glad you got to see a real payoff from that.
Well, I've been building this up for, like, hours.
Yeah. I think you're at maximum, actually. That's right, baby. He's doing the fucking...
Yeah, he's Gilgamesh.
Gilgamesh on the bridge thing. I think he's vulnerable to slow if you want to bother casting that on him.
I've killed him.
Oops.
Oh, and Terra made sure to unrevert for the child. Grandpa!
Adelie!
She's got to practice her drawing. I'm Ultros. Ulti, why don't you pose for me? How wonderful. You're gonna love it.
Rip, and then reverts.
I just want to try doing the thing to him. Oh, Block had a blocker rig set up. And I guess I'm out.
Bleep. And then that weird bullshit happened.
He just saw a picture of himself and got sad. Well, now we have more wizards.
Yep. Adelie in particular happens to be a potent magic user. So if you want to give her magic, she can use it.
I don't know who first, though. How far are you from learning Madween? Okay, next fight. I guess I'll slap you with Serapum.
Yeah. I do think there's a way to finish that fight without doing the sketch, but I forget what it is. It might also be impossible. Don't fact check me. It's been a long time.
I'm gonna use a tent. Getting my MP back.
Find time for it.
Yeah, magic is all about whimsy. Are these holes I can fall in?
They are.
I could summon Carbuncle. Like Strago's pose.
Yeah, he's getting ready to chop him. Got his power slap lined up. Getting nailed. Getting sneezed.
I was hoping I could kill him without spending another fire too, but...
Nah, these guys' defenses are huge. At least Drago is around to, like, finish learning Madwin.
Yeah. So now we can, should probably put relics on people, but... take Madwin off. Put Madwin on. And then... I don't know, you can start using Serapum?
Yeah.
Like the basic magic?
Yeah, like, having a bunch of people who have, like, Cure and Life is pretty good.
What is Memento?
Ah, Memento Ring! Departed Mom's Love protects against fatal magic attacks.
I keep seeing that as gold hairpin and getting excited, but it is not.
No, nope. It's the Gale hairpin.
Sure.
Yeah, Hero Ring is like an earrings and a hyper wrist in one thing, I think.
Yeah. Down in the hole. Okay.
Tabby suit.
I got a cat suit. Can anybody else wear it? Yes. Well, maybe I should use the fire rod now that I can use fire. There's also, like, perhaps Blaster I could get, but I don't know how to make the guys actually use Blaster.
I don't know if that's on the list.
I don't know if it is either. But it's the kind of thing that would be on the list if there was...
Yeah, definitely. In theory, you would have this in the manual.
Yep, his fire rod makes his fire better.
Nice. Okay.
Now, do you want Chocobo suit, or... Yeah, you do prefer Chocobo suit, except... Okay, you can't wear the Chocobo suit.
Oh, sure enough! The manual lists the entire lore table.
That's a little, sad. Can't discover them on your own.
then I will not tell you what they are.
I mean, you absolutely should. I'm just saying.
Oh.
I mean, I'm already. You're already telling me to do stuff already, so that doesn't make sense. But.
Oh. Well. How about this? If you think that one should be on the list, you can ask me and I'll tell you.
Or if there's any on the list that you like, just tell me if a guy has it.
Honestly, the's nothing here that we can get for like a really long time.
That's fine.
That's not gonna worry at all interesting.
Well, I got these treasures, and now I don't know how to get back.
Oh, the little nubbins, you can like hop off them. That's amazing. I forgot how fun this manual was. I remember reading it on the bus. Ooh. Would you like to hear adventurer's advice?
Absolutely.
It says, before you begin exploring the world of Final Fantasy III, you should take a look at these helpful tips and live by them when you embark on your adventure. There's 6 of them. One tip for every Final Fantasy that this is. Tip 1, save your progress.
That is true. You should do that.
It pays to save your progress when you have the chance. Always save immediately before you enter a no-save situation. How would you know? Anyway, explore thoroughly. There are many hidden items in the world of the game. Get in the habit of touching objects and pressing the A button to find items. It's not bad. I mean, you've had a lot of stuff in barrels and so on.
I have skills that are honed to find things in barrels.
Buy potions galore. I think this one was written by Potion. In the early parts of your adventure, potions and Terra's limited heal spell are the only things that will keep your party going. Losers prosper. Even if the members of your party are annihilated, they'll still retain their experience points. Don't reset the game.
Oh, I mean, they retain their points. You just you don't get it for the encounter, probably. I'm gonna try sketching a slurm.
Ooh, sketch that slurm. Equip on party changes. When characters join your party, make sure to take a look at their equipment. They may be in need of weapons or armor that you have. And the last tip, Esper management. Some Espers give rewards when your characters go up in experience levels. Make sure to equip with those Espers before leveling up. There you have it.
Now, if I remember the map,
now you know everything that you need to.
If I remember the floor below, the bottom one will take me to the same place the top one will. Whereas this takes me to this area. I got an X potion. That's an extreme potion. That potion
the Monster Energy version.
Yeah, that's the potion that Potion invented for the X Games.
Yeah. So I think we actually have to fall in the up one and fall off of the top nubbin that leads from there.
I do need to do fights though, so this is fine because I need to. Adeli having access to. I should have Locke do the spell because he can osmose. Having Adeli have access to just offensive magic will greatly increase.
Oh, yeah.
So just getting
that'd be pretty good.
That's fine. So is there Big Guard, White Wind, any of that stuff?
Both are on there.
Those are the classics of blue magic. 1,000 needles.
It's called Blowfish, but it exists.
Yeah, probably not as good. Because, I'm already doing more than 1,000 damage.
Yeah.
That's always been Blowfish's problems.
Blowfish is more of like a menace for, like, you. Because you have people who have like less than 1,000 health. And it goes gangbusters in the like first part of World 2 in Final Fantasy V, but that's kind of it. Oh wait, this might do it.
You go down. I was wrong. I thought that right would connect to both of these paths, but I actually went in the exact right order.
Hey!
Using my supreme treasure hunting skills and also dumb luck.
Both valuable tools for a true treasure hunter, you know? I think the only luckless treasure hunter is Lara Croft, right?
Yeah, she's definitely luckless.
Like, because Indiana Jones, really lucky dude. Nathan Drake, incredibly lucky.
Yeah.
Fucking... What other, like, explorer adventurer types do we have? There's bound Kirby, I guess.
Kirby. Yep. He does go on the Great Cave.
Great Cave Offensive,
and does does obtain many things using his luck and skill.
Mm-hmm. Including like the Triforce. What is that doing down there? Give that back, Kirby.
Okay,
hold on.
Who has? Is it Phantom? No.
Who has what?
Who has Osmos?
Shiva. You were just looking at her.
Ah, that's weird. That seems like an important skill for just walking around.
It does sort of extend your time in dungeon, you know? If you're like running low on the juice, you can like juice back up. That's the kind of skill that I would have killed for in Etrian Odyssey. Anything to extend my time deeper into the dungeon.
It's a very good skill in Ancient Cave. You need something like that in Ancient Cave. It's no Lancet.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing is Lancet in Ancient Cave, but
yeah, on occasion Lancet is Lancet, but that's about it.
That's how you know Ancient Cave is good, because it recontextualizes the game enough to make a Lancet one of the
Makes you
things
happy
want.
about having a Dragoon.
Yeah.
All those random powerful spears that you get and cannot use. Amazing. Take Adelie and clear out of here! Here, use this warp stone. We have plenty of them.
Here, use these warp stones.
You'll be out of here in a whipped stitch. It'll be no trouble at all. Oh no, we're surrounded.
I can't believe wind drakes are tying us in.
Yeah. Dragons, fairies, and werewolves. The three kinds of Esper. Also this dude.
He's a Maduing type.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, they are like stands.
Joseph Joestar, there you go. That's an adventurer who is extremely lucky. It frightens me. I mean, she's just mastered some espers. This is just clown-to-clown communication going on.
Mm-hmm. They cast Ice 1, and then Ice 2.
You're different.
I guess that she went to that because the first Esper she ever met was encased in ice.
Yeah, for some...
Maybe,
Why was Brahma encased in ice, or what? No, not when Brahma, it was...
No, Van Garlamander.
Van Garlamander.
Or Tritok.
Tritok, yes.
Like, this thing does not have a good name in any language. I'm sorry. All of its names are dumb. I can't help that.
What game has the best names for its Esper stand-ins? You get a lot of good ones in 12. Like, not only do you get things like...
Well, that's sort of like
Cucullin, but you also get Andromelech.
Adremelech and Famfrit. I think it's Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. I think the Totema are really where it kicked off, which is what FF12 inherited all the rest from.
Yeah. Including Andromelech. Although
a
one of them took
Dremelec
him
is like an
in
all
Tactics
timer.
Advance was just a tree. That was like, was that Ultima even? Who was that?
Yeah, Ultima.
Or was it
Well, Ultima was like a
Exo-
collection of
Fruits?
like fruits on the
And
ground.
you go and break the fruit, and then you win.
The entire battle was running away from this powerful man who would crush you with a mace. But it's like, no. I will eat the fruit before I get crushed by a mace.
Now, usually,
It's like you're playing whack-a-mole as the mole.
although frequently, if that's the fight where you fight Twim, usually what happens is I steal all his equipment and then he punches me ineffectually.
Well, if you're if you're playing a normal version of the game, you can't do that. But
Actually, you might be able to get Swordbreaker that by then if you work pretty hard.
Yeah.
But you can get Swordbreaker in other ways.
All right. As a rule, we are not allowed to visit your world.
Yeah, we get back to this game. If you gathered near the gate and wondered how we could save the Espers.
We lost control.
You killed innocent lives. And she's empathizing because we've seen this happen to her, although she didn't kill any children when she turned into a nuke.
She did blast that one house to smithereens. Presumably no one died because I think they would have said something, but we saw the wreckage.
I don't trust like that. Now imagine if very soon Kefka is going to make his move or something.
I don't know. I mean, we've got the Empire's representatives here. We got the Despers. We're talking peace. It's great. It's all great.
We hungered for your power and turned you into slave rocks. Let's return to Vector.
Okay, we're finally talking again. That's probably nice.
Although we're talking to say stop talking.
I'm too hot, Grandpa. Kids.
Mm-hmm. What?
Kids laugh. Everybody laughs. Kefka laughs.
Speaking of guys who have tasted the fruit, I've escaped from prison. If I was allowed to name Kefka, I would name him Jimbo.
That'd be a good one for him.
Has Jimbo replaced Kefka as gaming's foremost clown?
God, I hope so. Which of Belatro's Jokers would you want done up in as Kefka?
Just Jimbo.
Who is the most Kefka of the Jokers? Just basic,
just Jimbo.
No frills.
The most important guy, Jimbo.
I think regular Jimbo isn't enough of a fucker.
He exists as reflections in all other Jimbos. Except maybe like Kanyo and Perkeo or the legendary.
Oh right. Any of the
How about Chico? That sumbitch. We all hate that guy. He's evil. I've seen Green Joker work. Nobody cares about Chico.
Chico can pull one very hyper-specific trick thanks to a glitch.
Ah, there we go.
Where if you get multiple Chico and encounter the boss that reduces your hand size, the way that Chico works is the boss blind activates and then Chico undoes it. With multiple Chico, it they both activate. So it goes -1, then +1, +1. And for whatever reason, the bonus hand size is permanent.
So if you have Chico and Blueprint, you can...
doesn't work.
It has to be Chico itself?
It has to be multiple Chico.
Right,
for whatever reason.
It's because Chico is a pre-game action. It's like how Blueprint can't copy post-game actions, or you can't copy Rocket. I bet Chico and maybe even...
Yeah. Which still doesn't make any fucking sense to me, but whatever. I mean, the game is the game.
I mean, for one, that would just be really stupidly powerful to, like...
there are already really stupidly powerful things that you could do with Blueprint.
Yeah, but it doesn't need more
like
help.
Copying a Rocket doesn't... I'm just saying that, like, copying a Rocket is, like, peanuts compared to what you can do.
I don't know, Econ is pretty good.
Well, sure, but I mean, the best Econ Joker, the fucking Rebate, it's a common. You can copy the shit out of that.
I think Rebate is that when you play that erratic deck that by a glitch has 52 10 of spades in it.
Well, I mean, that's the card going bananas in ante-1. Like, ante-8 is where things really start taking off. Here he is! The man with the stash.
Kind of a pencil man.
If you really want to see what he has equipped, you can do Relic and then select the party.
Yep,
there you go.
Crystal, Gold, Atlas, all for gold.
And the Aegis Shield. It's good stuff. He has really good equipment.
Shock. Iowa Shock. A lot of very powerful Final Fantasy characters throughout history have had Shock as their ability. Beatrix from Final Fantasy IX. Thunder God Sid in Final Fantasy Tactics basically had Shock.
This is why I've never heard of them. I haven't played those games.
If you probably know Thunder God Sid from
yeah, from that one raid.
From raid wiping in in 14.
Yeah, from getting my ass kicked. Yeah.
And how he like reads the Bible to you. The man barely says anything in the game he's in, but in the raid he's just constantly talking.
Always the consummate soldier. EMP. EMP.
He appeared via smoke bomb.
My liege.
What have I been fighting for? This isn't happening!
Very long. Waha. Kefka just puts on a show for him.
Here we go.
Hate, hate, hate!
I generally don't like Kenji Ino, the guy who made D2 and like Enemy Zero. One of those games, though, opens with a cultist on a plane. And the way that you know he's a cultist about to wreck the plane is he's just saying, "Shadow the Final Destroyer! Shadow the Final Destroyer! Shadow the Final Destroyer!" And that makes me think of Kefka.
I mean, there will be a line later that you will like even more, I think. Nope. Skull Rock.
Oh, it's cracking. There's a butterfly coming off of it. Shadow the Final Destroyer. That game involves a lot of hunting in first person. Walking in the Arctic, shooting animals for meat. That's how you get healing items.
What game is that?
Is that D3?
Oh, one of those Dark Dreams Don't Die or whatever the fuck.
No. Is it just... It's not D2.
I mean, I've played a lot of D2. I think I would remember that.
No, it is D2.
What?
Yeah, D2. That's the game.
We cannot be talking about the same thing.
No, I'm talking about a game literally called D2, not Diablo 2.
Shit. God damn it.
It's for the Dreamcast.
There are too many damn video games. That's my opinion about the matter.
Well, this one's like close to 30 years old.
Okay.
It's actually pretty contemporary with D2. As
wow,
in Diablo 2.
Yeah, that was like turn of the century.
Yeah, 99 is when Kenji Ino's survival horror game D2 came out. Right. You might see a few familiar faces. Wahaha. Now, Dark Dreams Don't Die, D3.
That's 4Ds, though.
Yeah, D4. That was a Swery game. And Swery is a big Kenji Ino appreciate. Not really novitiate. He never worked with him. But he really liked his work, and that's why he made it.
Yeah. Okay, well, now Kefka has the ability to put his hands in the air and neutralize Esper abilities.
Yeah.
Sure.
Wow, he is very much like... he is very much like Revolver Ocelot from Metal Gear Solid 4. Just replace Magicite with nanomachines.
Nanomachines.
It's the same thing. Now, will Kefka do finger guns?
I don't know if they could render that. So I choose to believe that all that Kefka did here was raise his magic block to over 100. That's why they can't get him.
Become rock, idiot.
And he casts X-Zone on him. That's right, I had no idea you were such wimps. The beings who, like, leveled a city to the ground. Alright, whatever. Mary Sue villain ass.
I don't believe this! Yeah, that was as close to finger guns as the sprite could get. How can we stop Kefka? Yeah, what, no graves for anyone else?
They all evaporated. The Espers turned to Magicite. We can't bury them. The only other people who died were the guys piloting the Magitech armor, and they sort of vanished.
Yeah, they got like
nothing to bury.
Reduced to atoms.
We could make a memorial for him, but... Oh, you could have also fought him if you wanted, instead of just talking to Kefka. They were piloting Guardians. Did we fight a Guardian before?
Maybe?
We saw one, but I don't think we fought it.
We're implying that Sonic the Hedgehog is dead. And he might be dead if I don't wait at the end of the meteor
We could make that real if you really want. I would prefer to wait because there's no real drawback to it.
There's no drawback to it. He was so gentle.
Yeah, I mean, someone's got to take care of the dog at least.
Yeah.
And Interceptor seems to like her and hate literally everyone else. So, yeah, that's your job now, kid.
That's good for a child's development to let them have a dog.
Yeah, it'll be good.
It shows them about needs and about the filth of living existence. Because, you know, dogs poop.
We've been had. The Emperor is a liar.
Potion, you've always got our backs.
Wait till you hear how they figured it out.
Way to go,
Thanks
Alan.
to Alan. That's right. He charmed it out of them.
Yeah, just social engineering.
Wah, wah, wah. Kefka did him in.
And what about it? What about Eris over here, Teal? Huh? She's a better soldier than you are. She hasn't let her family die yet. I haven't gotten to that part.
She didn't really have any family though, so not a perfect comparison.
Let's return to the airship. You have an airship? No. Who are you? Don't matter. Want some rye? Of course you do. Am I gonna have to play Return to Zork at some point? I quote it so often.
That doesn't need to happen.
He's descended from the mage warriors of yore.
Yeah, right, kid.
There's this puffed up aerobics instructor anyways.
Kid's got quite a lip.
That's a threat. Maybe because of her magic abilities. Alright, now we've got quite the crew.
She's 10. Just, Alan worried about taking a 10-year-old with them on their, murder adventure.
I mean, that's rich coming from him. They adopted a wild boy.
It's true. Oh, they can take care of the dog together. Maybe Gal can be a help.
Yeah, Gal can speak dog. He can't really speak human that well, but... Alright, we can go into... I guess we can...
Now you have the airship.
And we can form a party. Now potions.
Soon.
The Emperor, not much about entourages.
I think Kefka killed a lot of his former entourages.
Yeah.
Water under the bridge, I'm sure. The world is groaning in pain.
Up, rip those guys.
Dead.
Holes are no joke. You gotta be careful around holes, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
If you're digging a big hole, just don't go in the hole.
Yeah, you gotta, well, if you want to dig deeper than even a couple of feet, you gotta
I meant more like a backhoe or
you gotta
something.
clear it with the city.
Oh yeah.
Well, even still,
cool. I forget you city slickers always have to think about what the damn city thinks. I want to dig a hole in my property. I just go out there with a shovel, goddammit.
Yeah, I mean, if you do that in certain parts of Philadelphia, you will unearth hellacious poisons that will kill everyone from hundreds of years of an abattoir being there. You really you need to talk to the city planners.
You probably shouldn't dig random holes in Michigan either. You probably dig up a bunch of mercury.
This power is really extraordinary.
Those are the statues.
Those are the statues.
not those shitty little icons that we looked at before. So the statues decided to seal themselves away in a permanent Mexican standoff. All right.
Not just yet.
So, yeah. So to fly around, you want liftoff. Because find the floating continent starts a kind of inescapable sequence that goes on for a while.
Yeah, a series of events will play out in a sequence.
Yeah.
Anything we should do before that? We got a little bit of time.
I think you should go to Narsh.
Oh god, I gotta find Narsh. Is there a button I can press to see the map?
There is. I think it's like select. Might be L.
Nope.
It's one of them. Start?
It is start.
There you go.
And like Narsh is like around here, right?
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Perfect. Yeah, it's start because X is the menu button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, start looking at the map. Did they unlock that mysterious chest?
Let's find out.
Something about the movement in this game is kind of wonky in a weird way I can't describe. Gwaha!
Whoa! I've been made!
It's this guy.
That's right. I am Lone Wolf, the pickpocket.
He stole it.
He did. Let's give chase. We can't let him get away with it.
Do I just leave?
Yes, you just leave.
I would like it if modern Final Fantasies had more animal people in them. That was one thing.
Yeah.
12 did a lot. There were so many animal people in 12.
Yeah, I mean, the entire fucking Ivalice was so goated.
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved the Ivalice Alliance.
Yeah.
They made at least 2 games that I loved to pieces. And I've been told that Final Fantasy 12 is pretty good. Anyway, he went north.
Oh, he went north, okay.
Not that much of a...
Yeah, yes, I had like 2 choices at that point, but you did tell me the right one. 12 is possibly my favorite mainline Final Fantasy. It's very, very different from all the other ones, though. Do I just continue through the caves?
Yeah, just,
Oh no!
go get him.
Where at?
And these are the, like, beginning of game enemies, so they're not gonna put up much of a fight. It's A-okay.
Give him the flail.
Here, 10-year-old child, use this flail. We're going rat hunting.
Oh, Final Fantasy 2? You're just grinding to be able to go places you weren't supposed to?
Oh man, that is a special kind of magic, you know?
Yeah. I did get something like that out of 12. It's when I figured out that I could write a gambit such that my party would automatically grind for me while I went to school, and I could just leave my PS2 running.
Hell yes. There was something similar with the, what was it called? The so-and-so Zalam. That snake thing in Final Fantasy VII.
Oh.
Midgar Zalam or whatever.
Am I going the right way?
Yeah, just keep going.
I saw Yuki there.
But it was like a thing that would spawn on the map, so you wouldn't have to walk around, so you could just like get a party that could auto battle the Midgar Zolom to death, and you know, use a rubber band to hold the X button down or whatever the fuck.
Do I just have to stand here?
Yeah. Mog will handle this situation in a minute.
Mm.
In his own way.
Kupo.
Oh, he's dancing. And now you face the choice. Do you want Mog or this gold hairpin?
Do I really need another character?
Not really. The things I will say about Mog, he starts at like party level +4, so he's kind of like automatically powerful. 2, if you don't get him here, you cannot ever unlock all of his dances. But if you get the whole gold hairpin here, you can get Mog in the World of Ruin later. So you're not like permanently locked out of him.
I guess I'll save this stupid Mog. I really want that gold hairpin.
Thank you, Poe.
It is funny that it's Realm talking to the Mog. Slam dancing Moogle.
We learned how dangerous slam dancers are. Mog.
I can't possibly fit Mont Blanc here. What was Mont Blanc's brother's name?
Oh, shoot. Oh, man, I can't remember. And that's my game. I should know. Fuck. He's a bard. Well, all the like Mont Blancs and Moogles are named after like
Hurdy.
confections, right?
His younger brother's name is Hurdy.
Hurdy, that's right.
Do I want to name Mog Hurdy?
I
mean, I don't.
Hurdy like return.
Yeah, I mean, I don't respect him, so maybe I could name him Hurdy. I could name him Gertie.
Gertie. I mean, he dances if that makes your decision any easier. I don't know.
He's Moog. Moog modular.
Moog.
No, Moog.
Moog. Son of Moog.
Yeah. Take this! How about this? It's no use! He knows we have an airship.
Yep.
How are you?
Alright, there's one other cool thing that we can do with... he's chilling out. There's one other cool thing that we can do with Mog. And that's if you go to... I don't think you actually need to have Mog in your party for this, but if you go through the Narsh Caves to where Mog was standing, he's no longer standing there, and you should be able to, like, talk to the wall behind him to get a treat.
Oh, that'd be up here.
No, not.
Right.
No.
This is the men defense zone, but...
Yeah. We need the Moogle defense zone.
Yeah, we need the Moogle defense zone.
Very early game.
It's like poetry, it rhymes.
Man will rhyme with Moogle when we are through.
Mangle.
When we're through mangling you, yeah!
These guys give magic points.
They do.
Then they are still worth fighting. I did not see a magic point pop up from that.
Well, there was a text box that you skipped that was the magic point pop up, but that's okay.
I'll pay more attention next time.
All right, it's not on this path at all.
Wait, I thought this was the Moogle room, but I guess it's not.
Nope, this is the Welk room.
The Welk.
We have two ways to get to the Moogle zone. We can either go to the front of town and way to the left, or we can go to Arvis's house and go out the back.
Yeah, it's Arvis's house, the one like, to the right, next to where that treasure
Yes.
was at. Okay. I sort of remembered. You fucker. I've been saving my game to save all this.
Yeah, that's like the first save point we ever saw. Isn't that just nostalgic? Doesn't it take you back how far we've come?
How far we've come. One magic point. Okay.
Yep.
How are my guys doing? How's your time with Serapum going? Pretty good.
I mean, Seraphim has good rates.
Okay.
Grasp and Osmos are a struggle. Most boss encounters give 10 magic points. So in case you're like that much away from some big payoff, that could be like an appealing switcheroo to do.
Would these chests have been better if I didn't open them?
Some of them, yes.
No, I'm not that concerned.
But also, not so much better that it was ever worth waiting. I think there's like... God, there's like one treasure in the like basement of South Figaro that evolves in a kind of appealing way, but I kind of forget. I had an entire strategy guide at one point that talked about that shit. You want to go back through that door. And down the other door that we just passed on the way here. That should take us to the Moogles.
There, rat.
Now, I know that this thing exists eventually. It might not exist right this second. So I might be getting things a little bit out of order here.
Here's the Moogle room.
Yeah. You just get a cave system like this, and you know you're going to have one of those multi-party battles at some point.
Here's Moogles.
Alright, so on the wall to the right, and like, he was right there, right? Yeah. Oh, he would have been like one to the left there? I guess that's for later. Just remember this spot for much later.
Mm-hmm. Now, do any of you can any of you cast exit?
It would be called warp. Ah! Thanks, Locke.
Thanks, Locke.
Had to check.
Okay.
Yeah.
I successfully baked a cake and
Nice.
ripped to General Leo, everyone. Gone but not forgotten. Well, that reminds me, I will find the video I meant to show you. I might link it in the chat because
What a fool you are.
it is very interesting if you like this kind of thing. Here we go.
Solution is change the code.
I'm playing. I'm
The assembly code for the
Stop playing. There you go. My stream got to hear the words assembly code. This video by Fast Moon shows you how you can actually factually steal General Leo in the Pixel remaster, and along with other ways and other versions of the game. You can use airship glitch to obtain him, but you can't really do anything with him.
Yeah.
The Pixel remaster uses a weird menu storage glitch where you just fucking yoink them. You get them and you keep them.
Sick.
That's going to be it for now. Thanks for joining, Kaz.
My pleasure.
It's always a
We're
joy to
gonna
have
do this
you
next
around.
week.
I had plans to do it next week. Is there anything going on next Friday?
No, not for me. No,
Not for me either. The way you phrased that made me think, am I forgetting? Is it like President's Day or something? Some holiday I
No.
forgot? Who gives a shit about those bastards anyways?
Week after that, I won't be available. But
on the 24th? To
Correct.
date the stream? Well, maybe I'll do something else then. But for now, that's going to be it for now. Okay.
Shit, is it too late for Ishin?
It's not.
Oh, damn.
Well, we'll have one for the road. Let me save. Double save my game because I got anxiety. We'll have an issue for the road.
Got that Ishin itch.
I do reserve the right to refuse to fight Ishin whenever I want, but
That's the correct thing to do with channel points.
Yeah, but this one I'll accept.
But also you can give them their channel points back if you decline the offer. That's on the table too.
It is, but I hadn't fought Ishin today. So I don't mind. Although, by the way, when you saw the Ishin time there, the outline on the Ishin text to make it legible, which I didn't have last time, took me about 2 hours to figure out how to do in this stupid program.
Shit.
It just would not apply the outline no matter what I did. I could start doing predictions. That's a good way to lose channel points. Yeah, this is the problem where I've been people who have been accruing channel points for like 6 to 8 years.
Yeah. No, I managed to bleed a lot of them off by telling people what Fortnite is and allowing them to exact a blood price and tell me how I'm screwing things up. I've been decent about keeping the channel points down.
Fighting inflation. I gotta find somebody to fight inflation. Okay, Ishin 2. We use the confetti for 30% damage. Will he jump? He won't. I want him to jump. There we go. Because jump is the attack. That was greedy. Jump is the attack where I can get him with the Mortal Blade.
Idea being that we're not going to get any posture to stick without a little
you gotta,
damage on him.
You gotta get some damage on him, and it's really hard to get damage on Ishin 2. It tends to be worth... I'm dead. Wow. I lived.
Just visually dodged it. Good work.
That does happen. I got a couple Mortal Blades on him. You should jump here. So now posture will stick. I don't like you being next to the cliff edge. Man, I messed that up somehow. Oh, I was dead. It would be fitting to end this stream on my first Ishin loss.
Since introducing the channel point incentive, I believe.
Oh yeah, since that. None of them have seen me die to Ishin yet this year, I should say.
Yeah, that's good.
I had talked about how I went into the Ishin training chamber.
Very good.
Oh, there we go. I got sloppy, and then I didn't have time to deflect the heal punish. But that's our Ishin for the day.
Very good.
That's our Ishin for the day.
We take a nap.
And on that bombshell, yeah, I'm 3-1.
Ooh, you should keep a counter.
I should. But that's going to be it for now. Thanks for joining, everybody. Thanks for joining, Kaz. Good night, everybody.